Okay, so let's hop into it. If I can remember my new hotkeys. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. We are ready to get started and jump right into our new story to tell. Right, everybody?
Absolutely.
Ready.
Ready. Wow. I gotta stop the music. It doesn't belong here. Hold on.
Screen hit an ad too.
Ooh, fair point. As soon as I find Spotify and tell it to shush. Goodbye. Alrighty. Let's get started. So, just as forewarning, we're going to get the intro, and then shortly after that, we'll get everybody's personal introductions and everybody's character introductions. Maybe in a minute or two from now. But this is just so everybody's on the same page. Each of you is stationed at the Broken Cross Mercenary Outpost, one of the many outposts of the Iron Coffer. The mercenary band each of you work for. While you don't know many of the people at the outpost today, at least aside from the quartermaster and the outpost manager Rizu, you each find yourselves climbing down the stairs from the barracks and through the deserted halls as a bell rings throughout the outpost. Each of you knows this bell well, a call for an emergency job, jobs that are likely dangerous and in need of immediate attention. But that means they pay well. Though they aren't as simple as first come, first served. Usually, one has to be qualified for the job at hand. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to head towards the bell? God, I wish I had a bell. Just like, bring, bring. We'll call that an oversight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, I mean, more money is more money, right?
Money's important.
It sure
Money is needed.
Yeah, fantastic. And how about yourself, Liz? You want to head down as well?
Yeah.
Awesome. Each of you approach... oh, gosh. Sorry about that. Each of you approaches and stands waiting in the lobby as the bell rings for its traditional 3 minutes. Not that any of you are particularly sure why they chose 3 minutes. No one else heeds the bell's call. Just the four of you. Though there doesn't seem to be many people here at the moment, Rizu lets out a heartfelt sigh from behind the counter. I guess you'll have to do. This job needs doing now. And he motions the four of you to approach. As he does, he eyes the group of you nodding and speaks. Last night, just down the road, the wagon carrying Representative Bitter, Aya Witt. The funds for her bid and her 3 guards were attacked. This was about 3 hours after the wagon stopped here for supplies. Your job is to find Witt, and the funds meant to fund her bids. Hopefully, Witt will be in a state to do her job. Once you've done that, bring Witt and the funds to the auction up north in Miner's Folly, that mining town turned crossroads. Lastly, at special request of the client, take this ring. He reaches down and grabs a ring from under the counter, and he goes to give it to one of you, but he's not really sure who to give it to, and I think he settles on handing it to you, Helena, because of the four of you, you are probably one of the more experienced at this particular job. He just hands it to you. He doesn't say anything more about it before just like a moment where he's just like, he's really not sure who to give it to, right? And then he goes, if anything goes wrong, you can notify the client directly. They will advise your next move. Wit's possession of one such ring is the only reason we knew about the attack on the wagon so soon. Should they need to, the client can contact you with changes to the job through that ring. This job's pay is well above what any of you have gotten before, by sixfold at least, upon completion. But remember, until the client says the job's done, it's not done. This is a special, high-value client, and we aim to avoid losing them. Any questions?
So he
Yeah,
can
they-
just change the rules. Like when he says it's done, when he says it's done, we could just have surprise rules introduced at the end. You know what I mean? The finish line can be moved.
Well, traditionally, so long as it's all in the same line for the same job, it'll be connected, related, if you understand. They're not going to just suddenly say, go buy me a boat in the middle of this task. At least they're not supposed to.
I could get you a good deal on some boats, so, I mean, I'm just saying.
There.
I was thinking on the same vein as this guy. Like, they have actually paid out before, right?
Oh, many times. It's the only way you get to be a high-value client is... you hire us a lot, really. And they've certainly had quite a few... hired us for quite a few tasks.
I've got nothing better to do if everybody else wants to get in on this.
I mean, sixfold. I've seen a few of you around at least. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody have
Um,
more specific questions?
this person we're looking for, what do they look like?
Oh, Jesus, hold on. Oh my
They look
God.
like Jesus. Okay.
Certainly. No.
I know that guy.
There's more irony in that. Iowit. Sure. She's roughly 26 years old. She's a tiefling. She's, I don't know, sort of a little... Look, from my perspective... and you like see him like physically hop on the counter. Now you realize he's been standing on a stool. He's very, very short. He's a halfling. He goes, from my perspective, you're all quite tall, but I think she's relatively short for a tiefling, just under 5.5 feet tall. But with her exceedingly long horns, she reaches just over 6 feet. Her eyes are purple, her skin is pale gray, her hair is ear length and black. She's very good at her job.
So we'll recognize this person as soon as we see them now, right?
Yeah, definitely with that description you'll recognize Aya first glance. I mean, you know, like pale, almost ashy gray skinned tieflings with 7-inch long horns aren't that common. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, common enough. Anything else?
I think I would have expressed curiosity on the ring, and probably would have approached Helena and said, you know, hey, can I just check that out real quick? I'll give it right back. I just want to investigate, like do a, I don't know, perception check or something. I just want to see what it is, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Just check it out real
Just
quick.
sort of examine it. I mean, just
Become familiar with it so I know what it is if it were to, you know, if I were to see it again, because I didn't really get a chance to see it.
right. No, it was just a handoff. It's up to you, Helena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over for him to check out.
Right on. I'll just check it out and become familiar with it and hand it back.
It just looks like a thick, maybe silver band. It doesn't like visually look special in any way. Is there any particular, like, you could maybe roll Arcana if you wanted to see if you could figure something out?
I think I'm more interested in just knowing it, being familiar with it. I would be able to pick it out of a lineup of other rings at this point.
Yeah, why don't you give me a, what the heck? Just give me a perception check. Or investigation might also work here. I'll let you pick.
I'd go perception.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
17.
12, 17 total. I got my my 3D die on,
Fancy.
so it's at 12, but it's actually a 17.
Nice. First roll, 17. That's pretty good. Yeah, so as you're looking at it, like, you're sort of rolling it over in your hands, and first glance, second glance, third glance, it just looks like a silver ring. But eventually you sort of just turn it in the right way, and the interior of the ring catches the light just right. There appears to be a small, so again, silver ring. On the inside, there is like a small golden stamp, it almost looks like. That's a brazier with like a golden flame coming out of it.
Okay.
But it's very difficult to see if you don't catch it in the right light.
Right. Okay.
So there you go. Yeah.
We want to clarify our goal. We are to find her and get her to the auction.
Yeah. Don't forget to find her bidder's pool. She can't exactly do her job without the money she's supposed to do her job with.
Right. Get her the money and get her to where she's supposed to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
And do we think that this is like just our standard bandits and whatnot, or like does she have any specific, like that you know of, people that might be targeting her?
I'd say it's probably bandits. Wit is pretty well known, and if someone caught a glimpse of her out of the wagon, it's likely they figured she'd have a bidders pool on her. I mean, she's pretty well known for the job. So, anybody with enough gumption and knowledge of her and her job would probably might try and take the money. But I can't say for certain, but I would assume bandits.
And we know where she was last seen.
Pretty close to a precise location. Mostly the only information we have it comes second hand, third hand. How many hands is that? And he like holds up his hand. He's like counting. I think at this point, possibly for the first time, I think that's up to you guys. Ulysses only actually has one arm, and he's like, so she contacted the client, who then contacted us. Is it second hand or third hand? It doesn't matter. It was late at night. Armored figures attacked the wagon. Took down the guards pretty quick.
Armored?
Armored figures. Can't say too much more than that. That's all the information I was given.
Yeah. That's worth knowing, though.
How many guards does she have?
Well, she had 3. Assuming they're. I mean, they might be dead. I don't know. Yeah. Any other questions?
And I look around at the lack of anyone else there beyond us four, and were those guards some of us lot, or like their own crew?
Yeah, they work for the Iron Coffer like the lot of you. I mean, technically. He hops down like behind the counter, and you hear him like shuffling around, and then the pages of what sounds like a book flipping, and then he just hefts himself back up with like the one strong arm, and he goes, "Yeah, I think they all had a lot more experience than any of you. That's probably fine though, right?"
Gee.
Well,
We're still
experience
learning
here at the Iron Coffer specifically. I can't say what any of you did before.
Not your
They
average
was taken by
bandits.
surprise. So.
Well, you know what they say about numbers, right?
I'm a very successful fisherman. I'm just saying.
You know, that's fair.
And well, we don't necessarily even need to fight anyone. We just need to grab this person, grab their money, and be on our way.
Yeah.
Maybe buy a boat and during the trip.
Maybe buy a boat.
Or, you know, save up the money to do so from this job. Who knows? But yeah, you guys, if that's all the questions you guys got, you can head out. From the description, it sounds like it's going to be like a 2 or 3 hour walk on foot. Like, at least, considering they were in a wagon. And they were like 2-3 hours out. But assuming they weren't going full speed or anything, I'm sure you guys can get there in not too much time at all. Anyways, like I said, if nobody has any other questions, we can head out.
I think I'm good.
Fantastic.
Would I just like know how to use the ring already?
Probably not. You might have to directly ask him because he didn't really give you any more information.
I think I would say, how do I use this thing?
Oh, right. So simply concentrate on the ring and speak a message. That's all it takes. And you can do so, like 3-4 times a day, something like that. Messages have to be relatively short, usually no more than like a sentence or two.
255 characters.
you're tweeting to the client. That's about it. As far as I understand, the ring is specifically designed to ensure the client's privacy. So, if any of y'all, not that any of y'all seem like the type, gonna pause this for a second. If any of y'all wanted to like try and use it to figure out who the client was, you probably couldn't. He just keeps looking at you guys like he's not sure what to make of this bunch.
I just nod at him. Yeah.
I just look at the rest of them and just shrug.
I guess we'll find out, won't we? Yeah. So you guys can, start headed out.
Yeah, after running upstairs to grab a few extra bits and bobs
No,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
grab initially.
That's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys leave the outpost, you'll be walking for about 3-ish hours to where the wagon was attacked. So, I say, let's take this time to have everyone introduce their characters. And you can frame this as introducing yourself to the group as you walk down the road. Also, introduce yourself to the player. Let's start with Mothership.
Oh, really? Hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
Anyway. I am a hive walker, if you know what that is.
No, Circle of the Hive. Hive Walker's the other one.
Circle hive. Sorry. Okay. And you were probably kind of noticing that I really smell like honey when we're in enclosed areas because I deal with bees a lot. Okay. But-
Technically, Asterisk, a former beekeeper, but kind of keeps with it a little bit.
Yeah, gotta keep them around. So, anyway, gosh.
Yeah, like a bit of a description of yourself. Like, what do you kind of roughly look like?
Yeah, my name is Attila, and I'm a half elf. And I did not grow up in this city,
Or, yeah, oh yeah.
so I am used to the wilderness. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I guess I'm male. There's that.
It's probably worth mentioning, maybe. Fair enough.
I'm not really. I prefer small groups or like by myself a lot. So there you go.
Fair enough. And I didn't realize this until just now. And you, the player, what is your name?
Oh, Mothership?
Perfect. All right. onward. What I was going to say. I didn't realize this till just now. We have the two druids stacked on top of each other in the overlay. Scott, you're next. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
All right. Yes. Well, as was just said, I am Scott. As a player, but I in game. I'm Sar Haven Gem. I also didn't grow up in a city or anything. Like just a small village. Just human. Sort of dark brown hair and pretty standard looking. Like not particularly tall, not particularly well fed. Hopefully we don't need to go and experience this on our travels together, but when it comes to actually dealing with our fights, I am a Circle of Stars druid. Also, if any of you have any issues with local governance or anything, transporting things from place to place, I might know someone that could help out. Yeah.
Friends in high places.
More, I know routes and things that can, or might know people that have routes and things that, or might myself have routes or things, who knows, to avoid unwanted eyes.
Fair enough. That might actually be something for someone else to think about a connection to, but we'll get to that in a minute. Next up, Merlin.
I am Merlin Merle, and I'm playing Corwin Notwise, who is a little gnomey boy, ranger, forest ranger. I don't really have a backstory already ready to go. I think I imagined him being from elsewhere and having moved to this island that the continent that we're on.
That's fair.
I'm a Drake Warden, so I've just recently learned how to summon a Drake companion, and we're still bonding, so I don't really know him that well, and I don't have a name for him or anything like that, but it's ongoing. And I'm sure it's going to work out, because we adore each other, but, we're still getting to know each other, so.
Only it bites you occasionally, and it's playful.
Exactly. It's love bites. So, and I'm familiar with it at this point, so it's all good. Other than that, I'm good with the bow. Stuff like that. So I can track stuff and do other ranger stuff, and I think that's it.
Fair enough. All right. Onward over to Liz. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
So I'm Liz. My character is Helena. She's a 5-foot-tall tiefling, and she grew up at the outpost to the Underdark and learned some things from the merchants while they were passing through.
Heck yeah.
And she's got black hair, black eyes.
Fantastic. Yeah. Sounds good. So, over the course of the next 3-ish hours, imagine you guys mostly just walk and don't talk too much. I don't know about you guys personally. I'm not super keen on just chatting with strangers for hours. So, so I imagine you guys say a few things to each other, have brief conversations, but for the most part, you kind of just walk in silence. Maybe prepare yourselves for whatever, hostile encounter might occur. What's up?
I was going to say, when we're about 10-15 minutes away from where we think it happened, I am going to shape change. So
you want a wild shape? You might want to, before you decide to wild shape, you might
no
want to
warning, just done.
No warning. What?
Before you wild shape, you might want to check the duration on that to ensure that's what you want to do.
I believe it was an hour. Let me double check.
I'm not positive, so double check, please.
Before we could possibly be in any danger, I would summon my Drake.
Oh,
Right.
fair enough. Just to sit on your other shoulder, adjacent, like parallel to the little bird zipper. Was the
Actually,
bird's
I
name?
mean, I think it's about the size of a Rottweiler. It's not, you know what I mean? It's big.
Not that small. Small, but
Yeah,
not that
well,
small.
at 7th level, I can ride it like a horse.
Yeah,
And
but it
at
does
14
start out as small, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I could look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's about the size of
Well, look at this guy behind me. He's small.
a large dog.
Are you small, Rex? I think he's blending in with the blanket. You can't even really see him. Look down, there he is. Oh, God, there he is, right there. You're not very big.
Honestly, did not notice him at all.
Yeah, he's just
That
blending in.
stealth proficiency right there.
Mhm.
Camouflage, man.
He's just sort of half asleep. You having trouble finding it?
Was it the one under Insectify then?
No, you're supposed to look at Wild Shape itself.
That's what I'm looking for.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh.
A number of hours equal to your druid level rounded down. Wow. Okay, so 3 hours. Never mind. Why did I think it was 1 minute? I have no idea. That's way better. Go ahead. Turn into whatever you're gonna. Continue your statement then.
Okay, so I'm kind of walking behind them, and I just turn into a bee and fly forward.
What's okay, so we've got everybody's perception here. We got 16, 15, 15. Yeah, I think all of you are well high enough to see him like sort of like almost fold over in on himself and just become a little bee and start flying forward. Just no communication.
Nope.
I'm a bee now.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what they meant of the hive.
And I believe your hit points as a bee are what, like 6 or something?
Yeah.
Not a crazy amount. So you are a little flying bee. You're not super quick, but you're not super slow. But how long has it been since the last time you turned into a bee? Would you say this is a thing you regularly do?
Yeah, I would do it regularly whenever we were out on I was going to say a case.
You gotta solve them crimes. I mean, I guess in this case, kind of.
Yeah, we're solving a crime. Absolutely.
I will remind you that you have you have blind sight of 10 feet and are blind beyond that radius.
Yes, I know.
So you are like just like maybe 5 feet ahead of the party, just like. Bzzz.
I want to go find out what we're getting into.
Yeah. So, about 10-15 minutes later of this like little buzzing creature in front of you guys kind of just look at each other like, I guess we're just doing this now. You guys go forward about 10-15 minutes, and ahead of you see the wrecked and thoroughly scorched wagon on the side of the road. As you guys are coming upon the wagon, you can you? Sorry, I have trouble speaking today. Can all of you give me a perception check? Technically, even the bee, although the bee does have to be closer for it to matter.
Oh.
Excuse me. Oh, you're still stuck on advantage. We can fix that real quick. We'll just take the first number for you, Mothership. Did you roll that off of your character sheet?
Yeah, I did.
We were talking about this.
Oh, you're going to do it? Okay.
All right. Now you're on advantage toggle, so it's not going to default to advantage. So is that 20, 17, 18, and 21? Does that
looks
look
like
right,
it.
everybody?
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys are proceeding forward, you find that you see this thoroughly scorched wagon. The bee is sort of like just maintaining pace about 5-10 feet, just a little bit ahead of you. You definitely don't see anybody here. I think there are a few things to note, especially as you guys approach the wagon and sort of come around it, like whether you're coming to this side or this side, doesn't matter. You see three armored figures slumped over and like covered in scorch marks. Would you guys like to investigate in more detail?
I'm gonna wind up going into kind of stealth mode and circling the whole area, just
Fair.
trying not to be seen and see everything I can, with my shield and rapier drawn.
Just ready, just in case. So you're going to case the like outskirts of the area. Is anybody going to investigate the wagon itself and possibly the people involved?
I was going to check out the bodies.
This little bzzz lands on one of the heads, like the helmets. It's just like, eh. Yeah. Oh, they. Give me a medicine check in your little bee form.
Yeah, I
hate it.
want to know if they, they're basically. I want to know if their armor is melted or if they got like, stabbed. You said medicine.
Yeah. Not sure if it's because you're a bee or not, but you just have no idea. I will say the rest of you, as you're sort of exploring the area, you do smell like burnt flesh and burnt wood.
The thing I'd have gone to check is trying to look like in the ransacked cart, like what was taken, what was left.
Yeah, I think as you're sort of at the back of the wagon, you see, because you got a 20, yours was 20, you very distinctly see, like, the back of the wagon was, like, torn open, like almost like somebody grabbed it and pulled it open after the, like, locking mechanism had been, like, melted, right? It's also kind of strange to you that there's a lock on the outside. At least you think it's a lock on the outside, but the more that you sort of like sit there and look at it, you realize it's just the actual mechanism, like you stick a key in a lock, that's melted in the shape of almost like a padlock. It's very strange. But what you do notice is there are a pair of footprints, two pairs of footprints, excuse me, and drag marks. As the whole like area behind the wagon is scorched, and they're sort of like dragging off in one direction. On top of that is like a bunch of different. It's like a mess of just movement. It's really hard for you to tell with just a perception check what happened here. It just looks like a bunch of people moved in this area.
Right.
But you did identify the pair of footprints and drag marks, and maybe going in the opposite direction, something else, but you're not really sure. You can maybe try a different check if you'd like to see more details on that.
Actually, because the one thing we did talk about on the talk is how Kerwin was good at these things. Obviously, he's vanished, but I'm just going to, like, if I can, roll a perception to see if I do notice him, like, loitering around somewhere.
Yeah, Corwin, would you say you're actively stealthing?
Oh, it's...
I mean, yeah, but I'm actively watching. If anybody waves, what's up?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, so yeah, like, I'd have tried, and a 15, that's probably going to be a failure.
I don't think you spot him.
And just then, Kerwin, you around?
Right here. What's up?
Steps out of the brush.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like a lot went on here. You mentioned that you're like tracker and whatnot, or do tracking and whatnot.
Hmm.
Does this mean much to you? It like means something to me.
Well, I heard everything that was just said, so I would come out and basically, I think I would know a lot of that anyway, just from natural perception. And it seemed
Yeah.
like they went that way, generally, after like a cacophony of a battle or whatever. I can roll a perception check if we haven't learned everything yet.
If you're gonna try and identify exactly what happened and sort of the tracks to follow, I'd say it'd be survival in this context, because
Okay.
you're trying to identify what's worth following and what's just unrelated. Right?
Could I assist? Could I assist said survival?
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
give you that. If
Yeah.
you would like to assist, Corwin, you can have advantage. So just roll that a second time.
Okay. So first
Oh
one.
well. Yeah.
All right. Yes. So
Stop distracting me, son. That's
right. So it doesn't take you too long to figure out the aforementioned pair of footprints, 2 pairs of footprints, excuse me, and the drag marks leading, effectively that direction, right?
Right.
The other thing that you find notable is, especially with an 18, sometime later, a group of people came with a wheelbarrow and pulled something out of the back of the wagon, something heavy, and wheeled it away, going the opposite direction.
Okay, I illustrate all that to everybody else. So,
And then they put the money one way and her another?
maybe?
That seems entirely possible. But you guys can decide which path to follow. Although it's funny because you're just like bzz, 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 bzz. You're not really getting any of that across.
Can she bzz in Morse code? Because I think I can.
Theoretically, if you know Morse code. But yeah. What do you
Well, I
want to do?
don't know about you lot, but I think the more time-sensitive thing is trying to get this person back alive. This
Agreed. The money can be replaced in multiple ways. A unique person can't, so we should get her first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fair call. You guys want to follow the path of the pair of footprints in the drag marks.
Yes.
Or do the drag marks resemble a body? Can we tell that it wasn't the money that was dragged off versus, was the money in the wheelbarrow? Or, I mean, we need to know definitively which direction is which.
I'd say with an 18, in survival, you can absolutely tell. In fact, it looks like very light, like the 2 heels of an unconscious person being dragged.
Okay. They went that way.
Precisely. So if you guys would like to pursue her first, you can absolutely do that. All right. So if everybody's doing that,
That's the suggested course. Is everybody in?
Oh my god, I can't get the idea that you guys are doing all this and the bee is just over there like crawling all over this like dead person trying to figure out what killed them. Is anybody informed the bee?
Well, I can hear them, right?
Fair,
Yeah.
probably. It's not like a giant wagon. It's like 12 feet long maybe. So you can definitely hear them. Yeah. So here we go. You follow the tracks for about an hour. Typo of finding that they lead to a small cave. What would you guys like to do? Do you guys want to enter the cave? The tracks lead right into the cave.
Yeah, but first, let's just be ready. And do I need a token for the Drake out?
Oh, that's a good point.
It would have been out this whole time, but until now it really hasn't mattered to bring it up. But, and I guess, like I said, lightning, I don't know whether do I have to click something? I guess was my first question.
We'll
Or
just
is
have to find a temporary token for the Drake.
Okay.
If you guys head into... We'll worry about that after you guys decide if you're heading into the cave.
Well,
I
oh,
have
sorry, go on.
1 more hour of B form, approximately.
Uh-huh.
So I am just going to fly in there and look and come back out and change.
Right on.
Fair. So, would you guys say that you get the idea that the bee is going to investigate? The bee just charges forward. No context or communication.
I can roll a wisdom check to know if necessary, but otherwise, yeah, I think I've put together what this human, this druid has been doing this whole time. So,
would Liz have an idea since she and I have worked together before?
Yeah, I think I would say that Liz would absolutely have an idea. Like the bee charges forward, and you're like, he's gonna look ahead,
Yeah.
So yeah.
You said it was dark. Would I be able to see anything?
I mean, that'll be once you guys actually physically go in the cave. Until then, you guys are just sort of standing outside, and the bees buzzing on inside. You go through, and you see a dead bear that's had the ever-loving crap burned out of it. Past that, you round this corner of this cave, Itella. And there's
stupid question. If
What?
it's dark in there, how well can he see?
what? How well can you see?
Yeah.
Well, it's called blind sight for a reason.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you're the bee. Yeah, you buzz your way forward. You sort of get the idea that there's 2 figures there. With blind sight, you can't get the best idea. There's 2 figures there. Then against the back wall of the cave, there's another figure that is unmoving and potentially unconscious.
Or dead.
Or dead, possibly. Who knows? That's the gist of what you get if you want to head back and communicate with the group.
Okay. That works. I go back and communicate.
All right, so you guys will now discuss what you would like to do.
So there might be 2 people in there potentially, or was it more than 2?
Would I tell us the cave went farther than that?
It seems to be about the extent of the cave, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like some more can come up from behind, farther back. Okay.
No, you don't think so.
Okay.
From there, after the bee shifts back into half-elf form and communicates what he saw in the cave, what do you guys want to do?
I think we should go in and investigate. I think we should go in armed, prepared for combat. So I'm going to go ahead and have my bow drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I won't have my shield, so I'm trying to keep track of my AC as I do this.
Fair enough.
Hold on. What we can do is, I have some experience doing some sneaky things. I can cast Pass Without Trace, and that could help us get an idea of what's going on in there before we get noticed.
That's an option.
What do you all think?
I feel like
I don't know that.
yeah.
I don't know that in character I would, you know what I mean. I would have a opinion necessarily. Out of character, I would say, what do you get it back at a short rest or long rest, or you know what I mean? Like what weigh out the decision of is this time to use it? But I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you. You guys have some idea of what's ahead. It's just specifics, and do you want to try and sneak up and get a drop on them?
Yeah, we'd want to get a drop on them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we want to sneak in.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I would cast Delay on my club.
Oh
before we
yeah.
go.
Get prepared.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I mean, Pass Without Trace is certainly viable. You guys want to do that?
Yep.
If you guys do that, I will have you guys roll stealth, and I will pull you guys to this other screen. And hopefully everyone will be able to see.
Is that follow us?
Yeah, it's an area around me.
Yeah, it's just a +10 to your +10 bonus to your stealth.
But it's not an advantage, it's just normal roll, right?
It's a normal roll +10. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 24.
Oh my god, what is that?
Or 34, excuse me. 34, 25, 30, and 17. You're busy concentrating on the spell.
Yeah.
So there's your little dragon, your little drake. I think you got to roll stealth for that as well. If it doesn't have that as a skill, just roll dexterity.
Oh wow, we're all
15.
+5 on stealth.
Seems like it. Oh, you guys really are. That's glorious. All right. So you guys can here. I'll just go ahead and move you guys for the sake of it being a very small cave. So we're gonna have you guys move to where the thoroughly charred bear is, because that is when you guys start to be able to hear things.
I'm gonna have an arrow ready so that I can react.
Every single one of you has a passive perception above the DC, so we're just going to go ahead and tell you what you hear. High perception party for the win. She isn't talking. What do we do? It doesn't matter. We're out of time. We need to leave. I think it's best we take her head. She'll be dead soon anyway. The matron has ways of making the dead talk. And you hear like the crunch of a heavy footstep in stone, as if they're moving forward, and you hear a shink as if a sword is being drawn. What do you guys want to do?
I'm definitely gonna move further in till I see something.
Yeah, here. Let me grab you guys. If you guys are moving forward, I think that sounds like what you are all doing. We'll move you guys to here, and you zip around the corner. Bam, that's what you guys see. Hopefully, there you go. You should be able to see now.
I will say I don't have dark vision, so I'm not sure if seeing nothing on my screen might
if
be
it helps,
appropriate.
Yeah, if it helps, you do see the two figures as you round the corner, because so the rest of you see two figures clad in heavy blackened armor that looks as if it has been poured over them while still molten, and is now cooled. It looks rough and unpolished, but sturdy, like hardened slag. The bidder, or whom you assume is the bidder, is chained to the wall of the cavern. One of the figures that you see has stepped forward and raised their sword. At this point, those of you with dark vision can feel free to unleash your arrow if you'd like. Corwin, that's you. Here, let me step you guys closer just so you can see clearer. But you're right. I was wrong. You would not be able to see here. So I think you're just like holding on to someone's belt or something.
Yeah.
So Corwin, what would you like to do? Would you like to unleash the arrow as this person's swinging their sword down at the unconscious Aya Wit?
Yes, absolutely.
Yay! Roll at advantage.
All right, let me get back to character sheet. This is
surprise is occurring, and then we will.
So I'm just going to click on longbow.
Yeah, at advantage.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? I should probably open their little thingy.
Oh, that's cool. It puts, I think, the damage right into the chat now.
No, that's just
18.
the roll. No, that's the roll. You got to click where it says longbow to do the damage.
Right, but 18 hits.
Yes, 18 hits. That is correct.
Okay. So 7.
Just checking. Yeah, 7 piercing. Yeah. An arrow straight into that guy's, let's call it shoulder. All right. Why don't we have everybody give me a... sorry. Everybody, roll initiative. Combat.
Click on your
begins.
token.
Yeah.
Alright.
Excuse me.
And a quick reminder about
I didn't click on my
inspiration.
Yeah. Everybody
Wait,
has
where's
his
the info?
inspiration
There it is.
start.
Dang.
I didn't click on my token. Do you want me to roll again? Or you want to put it in?
I'll deal with it in a sec.
Okay.
Whoops. I didn't click on my token either. Sucks
one
because
is-
you lost that 20. You lost that
I can't
20.
see my token,
Sucks
but
for him.
by selecting the whole area, I found it.
Does anybody want to help the poor blind human? Well, we'll see how you deal with
Yeah,
that when
that
the time
fits.
comes. Fantastic. I believe it says the Drake goes immediately after you, right?
Yes.
Or shares a turn, or however it phrases it.
Right. Shares initiative that follows me.
Yeah, so your surprise round was to unleash the arrow. It is immediately after that your turn again. What would you like to do, Corwin?
So I see two people. The guy that I just shot with the sword who was swinging that's distracted him from what he was doing.
Yeah, he immediately turned to the group of you.
Okay. How far away are these people?
From you, 35 feet and 40 feet.
Okay, so they're both within range of my Drake. Is the closest one the one I just shot?
No, the furthest one is the one you shot.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and maintain my position and shoot the one I just shot again a second time with the second arrow. And I guess the bonus will deal with it after this, but my bonus action will be to send the Drake. So with the arrow, we'll get back to, and this is without advantage, right?
Yeah, no advantage. Same guy though. Yeah, just confirming.
Yes.
That'll ping
11.
off their slag armor.
Okay. And real quick, am I keeping track of arrows? Does that matter? I mean, we're in a cave, so I'm assuming when this is done, if we don't die, I'll be able to get the arrows back.
Probably
meant to
not.
ask.
Probably not, but we'll get to the specifics later.
Okay, gotcha.
Like it almost definitely won't be a problem, but like special arrows will be. But we'll talk
Gotcha.
about that later.
Okay.
All right, Helena is next.
Did the Drake?
Oh yeah, I'm
So,
sorry. I totally
The
forgot.
bonus.
You can
I
move the
would've-
Drake.
Where is? I don't see. Is the Drake under somebody? I
On
only
my
have
screen,
4
he's
tokens.
literally on top of you.
Okay. I
Does that help?
don't know if. See, I
So
can grab
they'll be
me.
underneath you. So if you move yourself
Okay,
out
I
of the
can-
way, move the Drake, then move yourself back is probably the best way to go about it.
Gotcha.
I made it bigger so you could see it and grab it. and
Okay,
things.
I guess I'm just sending them up there and having them attack that guy.
Yeah. Roll his attack then.
So just click on bite, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Well, I guess for damage, I'll have to do this manually.
You should just be able to click where it says attack.
Oh.
In the chat and for
Right on.
5 piercing damage. Well,
It's not bad for his first.
chomp.
Well, first combat kind of.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Now you can go ahead, Helena.
So the things you can do are attack, move, and then the bonus action, right?
Yeah. So.
In any order.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think I would use maybe I would walk over here a little bit. and then use my short bow.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And I believe because you have an ally within 5 feet in the Drake, if you're shooting at that guy, you would get your sneak attack.
Sorry.
It's all good. Oh, yeah, that'll hit. And if you see the like purple short bow in chat, or I think it's purple, like whatever color that is, you can just click that and it'll roll the damage.
And then I also wanted to use my bonus attack.
Can my Drake use a reaction on that first attack that just hit? Or is the Drake used up?
I don't understand that question. You're gonna have to hold on.
Okay.
What did you say, Liz?
I wanted to use my bonus action for my eye for detail to look to see if there's a hidden creature somewhere else.
Yeah, can you click on that so it pops up in chat?
How do I click on it?
It should just be like where it says on your sheet, it says eye for detail. You just click on the words.
There's a little speech bubble.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I forgot they changed that like literally 2 years ago, and I keep forgetting they changed it. Make a wisdom perception check to spot a hidden creature or object. To make an intelligence investigation check to uncover. Yeah, give me a wisdom perception check. See if you can spot a hidden creature. You do not see any such thing. No. I believe that's it for you. Yes. So we go over to, what was your question, Merlin?
My Drake has a reaction, or whenever another creature within 30 feet of the Drake that it can see hits a target with a weapon attack, the Drake infuses the strike with its essence. But it attacked, so can it do only one, or could it react and infuse?
So as a point of clarification, action, movement action, bonus action, reaction, all totally different things.
Okay.
But you only get one reaction a turn. I'm just skimming it. Its essence causes the target to deal an extra electronic essence. So if you did that, you would cause her to do 1d6 extra lightning damage. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why not. So if you wanted to use your reaction to do that, you just roll the 1d6 lightning damage.
Okay. So 1d6
for extra
That's
damage
it, right?
on that guy.
So 5 extra. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Heck yeah. Very cool. All right, so that's all that over. Sar, you stand in darkness, but you can hear combat.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, obviously, drop Pass Without Trace. That's not needed anymore. We're
it got
beyond
you in
that
here,
point.
that's for sure.
Yeah. And then in the direction that I hear, like, the Drake and the swords and whatnot up ahead, cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. Pause for a second. Mothership, what was your initiative?
Oh, higher than mine.
Wait, 2?
I think it was.
Oh.
No, mine was
16.
6.
All right, sorry, I forgot to add you in, and then we got distracted by everything else. So let's do that real quick. Add turn, and you said it was 2 or 6. Sorry.
No,
Why
it
did
was
I
6.
keep saying
Yeah.
2? I don't know why. Sorry, what is your dexterity modifier?
16.
And
16 plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your dexterity?
My modifier?
Sure.
I don't have one.
Oh, you have a +0? Are you sure?
I'm so confused. Hold on. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Sorry, my bad. 3.
Oh my god.
3.
Uh,
Sorry. I just had to look left like an inch.
Yeah.
you act at the same time. I don't know how that works, but you guys are gonna act at the same time. Sorry, you're throwing up fairy fire.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And yes, so like for a 20-foot cube in that area that I'm hearing the sort of the drake and the swords in.
I will allow it. Let me see if I can. It's probably too big, but let's find out. Okay, it's a little too big. That's like perfect.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Any creature in that area, spells cast is outlined in light. If it fails, dex save. Okay, so well, she automatically fails because she's unconscious. So she at the back of the room is glowing, very faintly outlined. Right.
This is how you get around not having dark vision.
Seems to be, right? Where are you? Token emits light. Low light. It's dim light. Why are you calling it low light? That doesn't make sense. What are you doing, Roll20? So now you should have some level of sight.
On my page, I don't, but...
That just might be because you're not far enough down.
Oh yeah, that is entirely the case. Possible, yeah.
So hopefully that worked. So the two of them, let me know if this affects you. Dex saves. 13 and 7. They
DC
fail.
13, so success and fail, right?
Success and fail, yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, success and fail, so... the severely injured guy is now going to also emanate... That's not the right button. Light, 10-foot radius. Can you really not see that?
On my screen, it's all black still.
What are you doing?
But I don't know if other people can or anything.
Maybe I forgot to give you vision. You have no vision whatsoever. There you go. That'll solve your problem. Maybe, hopefully.
Oh yeah, that solved it. Yeah.
Oh,
I can see.
The Drake needs to roll as well.
Roll a what? A
Dex
dex?
save. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, Drake is
Booyah.
fine.
Pirouettes, steps aside.
So you're good. That is cast. Do you want to move at all?
With seeing that, with the fact that everyone else in this area seems to be able to see better than me.
Ooh.
I'm
move this guy down. There we go.
I'm going to stay put behind these people for the moment.
Fair enough. All right. So, if you're gonna hold position, Sar, what do you want to do? Sorry, that was Sar just went
other way around. Yeah.
Itella, what do you want to do?
Oh, well.
There you go.
Okay, can I make it to here to smack him or no?
Probably. You're here. That's 30 feet. You should have 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
Run. Run.
This is probably going to sound like a weird sentence, but I'm going to yell, "Who killed the bear?"
Yeah, that'll hit.
Did it do damage or no?
You got to click where it says Club Shillelagh.
I did. That's what I... Yeah.
No, in chat, to roll the damage, you have to click where it says
Yeah,
Club
sorry.
Shillelagh. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is against the one that failed, right? The
Yes.
fairy fire.
Yes, it is.
So technically, you can crit fish.
Oh, yeah, because you have advantage. You can roll again and see if you crit.
What does that mean?
Roll again and see if you crit because you technically had advantage. That's what that means.
Okay, but I got 20, so I'm gonna.
Well, you might get a crit. That's the hence the terminology.
Oh,
Yes.
that's because they changed how they do it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem of having played so many editions, isn't it? So yeah, if you want to roll again, that's fine. If not, just go ahead and roll your damage.
So do I roll the weapon again?
Yeah, the attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still a hit. Well, actually, that would have been a miss. But anyway, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. I want to roll down. That do it? I don't.
7 damage.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. That is your turn.
Mhm.
All right. Next up is the guy that you just hit.
Okay. He has a choice.
Just double checking a thing. Yeah, I think he's just gonna swing his. He draws his sword, and it starts to faintly glow. So now you can see. Now that one of them has had a turn, which is why at the start I said you can see because didn't register they hadn't gone yet. As the like faint flames start to leap across this sword, and he's gonna swing it down at you, Itella.
Mm-hmm.
And miss just completely. Yeah, sucks for that guy. That is his turn. The other one I think is going to whirl around and having minimal idea of what's going on here, but having his own dark vision, I think he's going to reach out, and he doesn't have any clue which one shot him, right? So he's just gonna throw fire at the closest one, which is you, Helena. So I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity save, as this small streak of golden flame erupts out of from his hand and flies at you. That is a failure. 3 fire damage, which you're resistant to because you're a tiefling, so 1 fire damage. Yay! It was so painful. And you just took you just took fire damage, so both of them recover 1 hit point. I think he's going to. No, I think he's going to stay there. I can remove this, right? Corwin, it's your go.
So, I'm gonna move a little bit and just kind of maybe get a better angle in here. And maybe
I lose
present
my
myself
grasp
as
on Corwin's belt.
I guess I'm gonna shoot at the one right in front of Itella and the Drake.
Yeah.
And then I'll deal with the Drake. Get back to the longbow.
And they're still glowing from guidance, so that's still advantage. Not guidance, sorry, a different thing. Fairy fire,
Well,
Yeah.
Is the one, so the one that I'm
This
shooting
one.
at it? Okay.
Yeah, that's the glowing one.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
15.
That's why that seemed weird. 15 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Mm.
Just pings off the slag armor. why that
Dang
seemed
it.
weird. Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna add the Drake bite with my bonus action. So 25. He's
Oh,
killing it.
nice. Who needs advantage? Just roll crits all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, roll the damage.
8 plus 1.
Hey, that'll do it. The Drake drops that guy.
Did he eat him?
The Drake's too small for that at this
Chomp, chomp,
stage.
chomp, chomp. Armor and all.
Oh yeah, you gotta pop open that can of spam. You can't just eat it all. All right, I believe that's it for you. However, so next up is Helena once again.
So I'm gonna move over here so I don't hit anybody.
Fair enough.
Use the short bow.
That's
Nice.
a hit, but no allies within 5 feet, so you won't get your sneak attack. So we'll ignore the sneak. 5 piercing.
Oh wait, how did I do it that time?
Huh? How did you what?
Oh, I can check and uncheck it?
Yeah, you can check and uncheck it. But it's done now, so don't worry about it. The 5 damage it is. I believe that's it for you then, right? Yes. Alrighty, Sar. I don't know if fairy fire persists on a corpse.
Yes, but
He is.
so actually, if that's the case, then that infers to me that our target is not a corpse yet, because you said that they'd feel details.
Well, I mean, I don't. I honestly don't know. But in terms of sight, this guy's sword is glowing, so you can see.
Yeah.
Aim for the
Which
flaming
case-
sword.
Yeah, exactly. Aim for the flaming sword with a crit miss of a guiding bolt.
It got real bright in here for a second.
Yeah.
It just clatters against the cavern wall.
Yeah.
Well, there was an attempt.
I was aiming too close to the sword itself. It just
Right. All right, Itella, it's your go then.
Yes. Oh. I it's time to get this guy again.
Oh, you got to move because that guy's dead. Unless you want to beat his corpse, you're allowed to do that.
Well, I'm upset. They hurt a forest creature.
Sure. So you're gonna dent the tin can.
Okay. I did already roll though.
Yeah. 25. That's definitely a hit.
Oh. Okay.
Definitely. 6 bludgeoning damage. As a point of clarification, Merlin, your Drake did go, so it did get its reaction back. If you decided you wanted to use that.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so when it takes its turn, it gets its reaction back.
Okay, so next time I can use it again.
Well, it already took its turn, right? So it got it back, so you can use it right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
nope,
So that's.
Well, I guess it's automatic, so I just need to do the damage, right?
Yeah, I mean it takes it does take its reaction, so you do it and you just roll the damage and 5. Hey, it was 5 last time. 5 more lightning damage on the weapon attack. Alrighty. Alright, next up is this guy, who's going to take a swing. A 9's not going to hit you. Wow, they are rolling really bad.
I have a question.
Yes.
The lightning damage went on which on the one I'm hitting, right?
Yes.
Do I know where that came from?
I mean, that's a fair question. Well, with your perception is high enough, I'm pretty sure you could see that the Drake did something, and then lightning happened. So yeah, I'll go with yes. You did see.
Well, no, I thought maybe I was growing in my abilities here.
Did I do that? Corwin, you are up.
Okay, I don't think I have to move. I'm just gonna shoot this guy. And there's no advantage, right?
No, not right now.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna shoot him. But I tried, and then the Drake bonus action is gonna move him up here and do a whack on that guy. Well, bite rather.
Mm-hmm.
Num 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 num.
That'll
Not
hit.
bad.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Around about 7 more.
Dang. Not too bad. All right. I believe that's it for you.
Yes.
So Helena, what do you want to do?
I cannot get this. So, where would I have to be so that I didn't hit a friend, or doesn't matter?
You don't really have to worry about it. You're fine.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Heck yeah. Sadly, that'll miss. Darn. You want to stay where you are?
Yeah, I think for now.
Fair enough. Sar.
I am going to move up now. Can't really see anything, so I'm going to sort of fumble my way. Like, do I walk into anything if I do this?
Well, you're gonna find out, won't you?
Yep. So that's
you start like moving forward, like halfway there. You're like, oh god, Corwin. Okay, I'm gonna go left. But you can just walk around him, and it's not a big deal.
You walk over me. I mean, I'm 3'4".
True. Just or trip on him, right? Yeah, you move forward.
And what the hell? I'll try a closer guiding bolt.
That'll hit.
Nice. Wow.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that.
Goodness.
You've
That was a nice roll.
You've exploded the can of spam.
Didn't he just melt the armor?
Just splits, and he collapses. All right, that is that encounter cleared. No problem at all.
Hey.
I cast Thaumaturgy and create a cheering crowd for our success.
Oh my god, that was so cool!
Hey, I'm gonna go to her to see her wounds really quickly. I hope.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll aid with that.
even a cursory glance, you can tell she's severely burned. If you want more,
okay.
yeah, severely burned. If you want more details, you can give me a medicine check.
That's where I'm going right now. But for burns, you would put a stab on it like.
Oh, nice.
Wax.
Yeah, no, she's severely burned, and just based on that 19 medicine check, it's looks like she's probably gone into shock and will not make it unless you get her some healing soon, very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask how's she looking.
We need to treat her now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a cure wounds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roll it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it at second level.
That's fair. Ooh.
Oh no.
Righty.
Okay. Okay, but I do have my own, the potions that I make. I would
Well,
just do
she went from she's going to die immediately to she's looking pretty dang good. So
When you say pretty dang good, I guess what you mean is 7 hit points, more like 8 hit points.
let's just say in terms of percentages, as she's not exactly a combatant, she's like at 90% or so.
And she's stable, right?
Definitely
yeah.
stable. She'll probably wake up before too long. And given how that works, let's find out.
Actually, what I might
Soon
do,
enough.
I'm going to cast resistance on her if she doesn't resist my resistance.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
Just because I don't know the details about what she might be inflicted with.
She's still
Seems like a sensible thing to do.
she is still chained to the wall, however, so you guys can see about that.
Well, I wasn't sure she could, sit up on her own without the chain, so I didn't take them off. She probably can now.
Is that something that I could unlock for?
I can imagine you come forward with that thought process and impression, but you look at the way the chains are. They are the metal is melted around her wrist. So it's not going to be as easy as picking a lock, but you could use thieves' tools, for example, to sort of break it open and sort of break the melted chain apart. Since that's kind of been compromised in its own way. Yeah, you want to give it a try? Go ahead and roll your thieves' tools and see what we get.
What do I use for?
Because you're trying to break it, I think in this context you'd be using it with strength. As weird as that might sound. Oh, that'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah, you just break right at the part where the melted chunk of chain starts to wrap around the other melted chunk of chain. You sort of break that away, and manage to get her wrists free. She's still not awake, and it might take a little while. You're not entirely sure how long. What would you guys like to do? Do you guys want to? Well,
I'm gonna search this guy, right? The first one that died.
So beyond the slag armor and the what looks like a longsword somebody just stuck in a fireplace for a couple minutes and then pulled out, so it's got black scorch marks all over it. That's literally all they have. They don't even have papers or anything. There's nothing on them except that.
Okay, I convey that to everybody. There's nothing identifying here. Who are these people?
Not even money.
Not even money.
Not on this guy.
They're criminals. Going on.
Well, does she look like she's ready to, can we move this person?
I am going to suggest that we take care of the bear up front and get some meat that way. And while I do that, she can finish her healing? Sleeping? Whatever.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before she wakes up. I
can help with the bear.
And actually, yeah, now seeing her up close, does she fit the description?
Yes. Her hair's a little longer than the description suggested, but that's about the only difference. The description was it's at her ears, but really, it's just pulled up in the back. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, close-ish.
The magic of a hairband.
True.
Yeah.
I figure what we can do is we can have you head over to the bear and give us a survival check at advantage, and then we can go on our 10-minute break, y'all. It seems like the perfect time to do it.
I'll assist Itella. You know what I mean? But generally, if Itella has I'm just assisting. Best way to put it.
Sure. What just happened?
Why is this being a butt to me?
You're
Okay, I opened it to
What?
put it to advantage, and now I can't get it to go back to the. Or there we go.
Here, I'll move you to the bear.
Now I forgot what I was rolling.
Survival.
Survival. Thank you.
Yeah, 24. That'll do it. You managed to over the course of the 2 hours it takes her to wake up, thoroughly and properly butcher and preserve the bear and the bear meat. Some of it wasn't really salvageable because it was like burned to a crisp along with the hide, but a large portion of the bear was salvaged, and you now have a decent amount of bear meat.
Yep.
I think we will take our break there, everybody. So we should be back in about 10-ish minutes, and then we'll see where we go from here. See y'all then. Heck yeah. All right. Drinks,
Delightful.
restroom, food if you need it, and I'll see y'all in 10. Alrighty, y'all. How we feeling?
Pretty good.
Okay.
By the way, I think we can be heard on stream.
Yes. Yes, we can. This is true. That's why you gotta be sure to mute yourself. But, you know, also if you want to have a D&D podcast while we're on break, have fun. You know?
Yes. Absolutely.
Both are valid options.
But also to be aware of, don't talk about your fanfics while on break.
Oh, well now. Oh, darn it. Gosh dang it.
Did I ever tell you about the one about Siphon and his ego?
Oh my gosh. I don't know that we have a rating for that. Rating pick for that one. That was a bit far. Oh my gosh. But I'm ready to go and you guys aren't.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're just waiting for Mothership then.
Yeah.
I heard my name.
You ready?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Are we gonna make some bearskin boots?
Charged baskin boots.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to deal with a like thoroughly charred bearskin, sure. Yeah, you got I mean, let's just be honest. You got a shit ton of meat from that bear. Like, bears are not small. I don't know if you knew this.
Yes, and it's already cooked.
Well, yeah, it's a little uneven. You might have to give it another pass, but sure.
Fast food.
Oh man, if you want your food cooked fast, just kill everything with a fireball. That's how that works.
There you go. So, how many meals, like, or days or whatever, so we can add it in?
Jesus. Well,
Sorry.
there's no guarantee it's gonna last this long, but yeah, like that's like 40 days of food.
Oh, well, obviously we're going to share it when we get back to...
And sell it.
Also true.
Good.
That's also true. It's like 40 days of bear meat if you really want to eat 40 days of bear meat.
No, really?
Oh my god.
We could donate it to a cause that we believe in, too. Like, are there any orphanages or anything?
I'm absolutely certain there are. I will say, because you'd been asking about their loot, Marlon.
Yep.
Excuse me, Corwin. I think one thing you did notice that I forgot to mention as you were sort of searching them for loot, their metal armor, this like slag armor, is like fused into melted flesh on their body.
It's part of them.
So maybe I wouldn't even say maybe, like definitely the analogy that it was poured onto them while it was still molten, that could easily be true.
Wow. Okay.
Sounds like a cult thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're, making deals with dark people, dark forces.
Could be.
Oh,
Dark forces, but throwing golden fire at you. Huh.
Could I do a so I guess it would be probably like a history or something for just a sort of like local knowledge of like bandits and whatnot. Out of character, I'm kind of suspecting it's going to turn up. Never heard of anything like that from local bandits, but as a
yeah, history. If you want to do a history to see if you've ever heard of anything like this before, absolutely. Yeah. And anybody can if you want. You've got no idea.
I'll get in on that.
No clue.
Can you clarify?
Do you want to do one as well, Mothership, before I give answers?
No, I would have no idea with my history.
You know, I suppose that's fair, but you know what? Give me one anyways.
Fine.
Well, there's a reason for that I think you skipped over.
Oh,
You know, it probably makes more sense that you failing the history check would have this result. So, for the rest of you, no, you've never heard of anything like this, especially relating to bandits. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're pretty sure if they sold that, like, melted down and sold that slag armor as metal, they would get more money than just being a bandit normally. So you're not sure what the hell's going on there. So this does not seem like typical banditry at all. But as for you, Itella, like it's almost like you've never heard of anything like this, but simultaneously it reminds you of what happened to your home, and there's like this like seething anger inside you, but you're also like, it's not the same thing, but it's kind of similar, and that really upsets me. But yes, so that's pretty much what you get over the course of about 2 hours before she starts to come to. Before we get to her waking up, however, I do want to know who's in the area with her. Did you guys pull her out of there? Are you guys outside? You know, that kind of thing.
how close to dark is it?
Well, if you guys were getting up in the morning and you traveled for 3 hours, it's like lunchtime at latest.
Oh, well, okay. We'll have
As someone who can't really see in there, I'd have, if they, the person looked suitable for moving, I'd definitely been advocating for moving them closer to the entrance.
I mean, should we take her back or them back to, you know, then go get the gold? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to take an injured person with us.
We can't leave her here. We need to take her back.
I mean, to be entirely fair, you guys were given an express job to do. So at the least, it would make the most sense to wait until she woke up and see what she has to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just in the sort of meantime, and Star cannot see in this dark cave, so it would have been advocating for moving them towards the entrance.
Oh my god, it's weird because the entrance is supposed to have like a cone of bright light coming in, but I don't think it's working, and I don't know why. I wonder. Maybe I have it pointed the wrong way.
Contact the boss that we found her.
Here, let me move you guys all towards the entrance. Did I fix it? I don't know. Most of you guys have dark vision, actually.
Oh, I do see a cone. It's there. Oh, I see things. And yes.
Yeah, I set it up. I set it up as a cone of light coming from outside, but I had it backwards, so it was shining the other direction.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. But it does make sense if you guys sort of hang out at the entrance, so you all have sight, and you're not hanging out next to charred corpses.
Yes.
Should we let them know that we found her?
That's what I was wondering.
Or should we wait, make sure she survives, then tell them?
Oh. I mean, she's awake at this point, right? Or
I think
did
she's
we
sort of
drag
like
her to
groggy,
the...
and you probably brought her to the entrance when she was unconscious, but now, after the 2 hours, she's sort of like groggy and starting to come to, but isn't fully conscious yet, I would say, you know?
Give her like a drink or something? Do we have like a, you know, some water?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any water?
Of course we do.
Yeah, you guys definitely have water.
All right, let's engage her and say, you know, WTF, what's going on? You found you chained to a cave. How'd that happen?
They wanted information about the client. Ooh.
Okay, and I mean, how did it happen literally? So we found the remains and we tracked it to you. They attacked, what happened? They dragged you off, what happened? They pulled you into this cave. Like, if you just describe as much as you can, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, as far as I can remember, there was a very large, very hot, very bright explosion. Then there were the two figures dragging me out. I couldn't say much beyond that.
So you never saw more than 2 people.
I didn't see more than 2 people, but there could have been 20 for all I know. I just saw the explosion and came to as they dragged me out. Then they brought me here, and she like sort of motions like further back down the cave. They kept asking me the same questions over and over again. Who hired you? What artifact are you seeking at the auction? As you imagine, I didn't really care to tell them anything, and the fools that they are started to try and use fire to burn it out of me. But
Do you know the answers? Do you know what they were at, like the answers to what they were asking for? And you don't have to tell me, but I just want to know. I mean, was it you say you don't even know who they were or why they did this, but the questions they were asking, do you know the answers?
I mean, I almost never know who the client is specifically, so I certainly don't know now. As for what I'm sent to buy, yes, of course I know. How else am I going to buy it? Oh, I got the idea that they already knew that one. And they were sort of asking for confirmation, if you understand. As if they wanted to know for certain that the person I was working for was who they thought it was.
Right.
But they don't know their name, they just think they know who it is. But no, I thought the most strange thing was, and uncomfortable thing was when their flames turned to holy light, and that seared my flesh. That was certainly uncomfortable.
I reassure her, everything's okay. It's all okay at this point. You're gonna make it.
Certainly. I still have a job to do after all.
She would know that we are part of the same company, right? When we have like a little logo or something on.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
need a little flag.
like you guys probably
Yeah.
you guys probably have like a little coffer symbol, which is like the little metal coffer that or the iron coffer that has like the money sort of like spilling out of it. That's like the symbol of the mercenary organization. Yeah. Imagine somebody has a belt buckle of that or something, right? Like you have a clasp or something that sort of indicates that you're probably from that organization. But no, she's just saying that I still have a job to do. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Roll for initiative.
Rounds of returns.
So I'll say, we've been tasked with getting you back safe and getting your money back safe. Can you tell us how much and what sort of like volume your money is in?
What kind of container?
So that we know what to make sure that we get back.
Oh, sure. It's it's your standard like mid-sized lockbox. It's fairly sturdy, like reinforced. You understand? And my total pool was that I was given is. And she's like really hesitant if she wants to like tell you, because it's like you're clearly from the organization, but you know what I mean? Like, are you on the same job or are you just here coincidentally?
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask, like,
or
if
did
I
we
were.
steal the
Sorry, I'll say-
Right.
So I'll say, don't worry, never dip my hand into the job's money.
Yes, well, it appears to be an incredibly expensive object I am sent to purchase, and the total pool was 25,000 gold. Which, as you can imagine, is a lot even for me.
And it would be very heavy.
Yes, hence the reinforcement of the lockbox that I mentioned. And for the two of you that had actually looked at the tracks, that's probably why the wheelbarrow was so like deep in the ground.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
So I kind of want to ask what I know intuitively, and I can do a roll or whatever. Like if we tell her, okay, you're injured, you're going to go back, we're going to go do. Can I tell whether she's going to roll with that, or she already just said, I have a job to do? Is she going to go? You know what I mean? Like, will she listen to us if we direct her?
You can give me an insight check to sort of get like the general vibe, maybe. Like if she'd listen to that sort of thing.
Okay, insight.
Yeah, insight.
15.
You kind of get the idea that she's determined to do her job.
So I deduce that she's probably going to want to go with us no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. And just, technically, that's kind of what you were told to do, was bring her with you. Although, you imagine they didn't picture her being on the verge of death,
Right.
Well,
So,
Well, I mean, a long rest will fix that, right?
True, but do you necessarily want to give that much time for the box of money to get carted away?
yeah.
Right, no, that's true.
I would like to encourage her to eat and drink a little bit more so that, she can heal a little bit more. I don't think we can wait too much longer.
Well, I'm not exactly much of a combatant. But maybe we can find a place for me to stay while you go find the lockbox.
Yeah, I look around and nod. Yeah, if she just hangs back once we get there, that sounds okay to me.
Yeah.
But we need to have a. So if things go south, you'd need to just head back to town. It's for
the
you
outpost, I
maybe
assume,
like
which,
4 or 5 hours, but so if it gets too late, that'll start getting into the dark, which isn't exactly the most safe.
I can work with that. And we head in. You head in to get the lockbox from wherever it is, and I just wait. And if anything goes wrong, I return to the outpost. I think I can agree to that.
Okay, so I guess we'll end up kind of having to backtrack to the wheelbarrow tracks and then go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is mostly just a time thing, because at this point, it's not been enough time to there's not been a storm or anything, and it's not been enough time to really cover up the dent that wheelbarrow would have left. You
Right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
While doing so, we can have the conversation about we've got a means to communicate with the people that hired us to make sure that you and your money are safe. What do you reckon? Asking the bidder. And sorry, what was your name again?
Iowit.
Iowit.
I would say, if possible, secure the money first, and then give them an update. I imagine, as much as I take pride in my work, and I would consider myself irreplaceable, I think they would consider such a sum of money more irreplaceable, you understand?
Oh, I know the sort.
Yep.
Let us find this cash, if you will.
Quick question, it took 2 hours for her to wake up. Would anybody here benefit from a short rest? And you know what I mean? They should have taken a short rest in that, because isn't a short rest like an hour or something?
Nobody
Yeah.
got injured.
Nobody got injured, but I guess you did technically use your wild shape, which does that come back on a short rest? The one use?
Remember, hold on.
I'm literally looking it up too.
Oh, I found out.
I took a
The
one.
reason I couldn't find it was it's the only one that's not bolded words.
Yeah, that's because it's. I was looking at your sheet. It's written as class feature, and then
Yeah.
in the description it says wild shape. So you wanna
Yes.
you wanna fix that. But anyway,
Probably do.
where are you, wild shape?
Long rest, or at least for conventional druid.
Oh, you regain expended uses when you finish a short or long rest.
Oh, short. Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, so you get your use back then. So you're good on that front.
Yeah.
You can go B again.
Or something else.
Or something else. Yeah.
To be
So-
or not to be.
Indeed. Yeah. So if you guys, well, I think you guys were having that conversation on the way, and now you guys have followed those that track to what looks like a derelict farmhouse. It's had the crap kicked out of it. It is old. It is broken down. There's probably no one technically living here, but there might be someone here right now. So can everyone see?
Yep.
No.
No. Okay, hold
And
on.
this time I should be able to.
Save.
This is outside the house.
Would you all like me to look around real quick?
Hold on. Pause. Yeah, you can totally look around.
If you're asking character out loud, yeah, I would say sure.
I see now.
Did that work?
Yes.
We'll go with that, and maybe it won't be an issue at all. You guys can see that this right here is the. We can assume you guys are probably further away. You guys are still coming up, but this is like the porch. This is like the front porch. The door's over here. There's windows all across. There's a window here that, as you guys are approaching, you guys can see that there's a group of people in there having a conversation. You guys can duck and sort of not be in the line of sight of the window, and from there you guys can have a conversation about exploring and scouting and things. Go.
Okay. So I'm actually going to turn into a wolf and run around the building.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say something like, let's just check the perimeter for myself, but I don't say it out loud necessarily, but that would be something that I would just naturally do as we approached. So I guess we're both doing that, which is expeditious.
So if you go
yeah.
left, I go right, or whichever.
That's probably easily assumed. Let's have you both roll perception checks. I'm not gonna have you guys like crawl around the whole place.
Aww.
Not bad.
Sorry, you want perception.
And while they're doing that, where did you say that we saw people? Through which window was it? Like, as we were like approaching from a distance, like through this window, or where was the other one?
So there's like a window here. You guys
Sure.
kind of see people through. And then this is a full-on door. 22 and 11. It's definitely not like, I wouldn't call it hidden, right? But you almost miss it as you're sort of like looking around. Mothership, you almost miss it. But like as you're like turning around to come back, you like catch a strange scent, and you double back and you see what looks like a caved in section just sort of below the house, like it was a cellar or something, and it's like caved in where the door used to be, and there's like giant spider webs all around this like entrance to the presumably like a cellar or a basement or something.
While those two were searching around, Sa sort of sneaked up like against the wall to just try to listen in to like see if was able to hear anything that this group were talking about there.
Without specifics, they seem to be debating what to do with the money, and that it's such a large sum of money, and there's no way they can divide it between them that it wouldn't be obvious that they got the money. That kind of conversation. Like,
Yeah.
it's too much money. What the hell do we do?
The whole issue of how do we launder this?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That conversation is going on for seemingly quite a while. It does seem like it's getting to the point where one of them's just like, maybe we should just not and just leave. Like, maybe we should just leave it here and not even deal with it. Like, it's too much.
But we know there's nobody around the outside of this.
Certainly, there's nobody around the outside, and
we're all here in the front again, so we're all together again.
Sure.
I tell them about the hole in the back. That's a possibility to sneak in from the back.
Yeah, do we want to do that? Do we want to try
Do we?
there?
And that's bringing them that stuff downstairs, right?
I could try to sneak stealth down there.
Well,
and
also
take a peek, but
there's all these people that are currently just chatting. I could make it sound like there were like steps or something on the upper floor above them. Although that might just get them on edge, so I don't know if that's a good or bad idea.
But if you're talking to conversing with us about this, I would ask.
Oh yeah, that's me in character, like saying to you lot.
Right? Does it sound like they've heard us yet, or are we still? Do we still have this element of surprise?
So far, it seems like they have no idea we're here, but looks like they're sort of getting bored of their chit chat.
Okay, we should act.
Yeah, we need to act or at least not be in front of the windows.
Yeah.
But if we go in through the back, they won't see us. But we don't know that, because that's down to the cellar. We don't know that we'll be able to get from the cellar up.
Right. Can I move over? That's the front door over there, right?
To the right.
Yeah. Can I, as quiet as I can, move over and just investigate the door and tell if it's locked?
Sure. You want to give me a stealth check?
Ugh, man, I tripped and fell over the porch.
It's an old porch. It's creaking. Like, even as small as you are, like you're getting further and further onto it. It's like.
Okay.
Which
I cringe.
after like the third creak, I think the rest of you all see like them turn towards the door.
I think I'm
Okay. Upon doing so, I'm going to cast Druidcraft to do the steps that I like. Just the sound of like creaking wood as if it were steps on the floor. The wood
just
panels above them.
Right? Like somebody's walking on the ceiling or something.
Yeah.
Somebody like snaps up, and they're like, "You sure this place isn't haunted?" So for the moment, they've been distracted from your presence, Corwin. Would you still like to investigate the door?
Yeah, but I pause and I look around at everybody if, and if nobody else is going to do something, yes.
Well, I'm gonna go.
So I'll sort of cast that and just sort of froze, like wide eyes, like, okay, what? Yeah, this.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation. Investigate the door.
Could I tell him move and do something that would stop me? Like I said, if someone else is going to do something.
I think Itella just moved over there to be not in direct line of sight of the window. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, my Drake would generally be by my side, by the way.
Fair enough.
Okay, yes, I'm going to try the door. That is perception or investigation?
I mean, I feel like I did say investigation, but I feel like that usually takes more time. So just do perception.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like investigation usually is time
There we go.
consuming.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not locked or anything. There doesn't seem to be any, traps or anything in the traditional sense. It is fairly old and has not been kept up, and doesn't look like it can even lock, and it looks like it might get stuck sometimes, kind of thing.
Okay. So it's, I mean, and I can tell. Can I tell that I can't even like open it a little bit, or can I try to put a little bit of pressure on it and it's not giving?
I think with a 24, you can tell pretty definitively that if you tried to open it, it would make noise.
Okay. But it's unlocked. And I try to convey that to everybody else as quietly as I can.
I don't know how this would help, but I can make it slam open.
Let me move out of the way first if that happens.
What we could do is I could make, like, they just wondered if this place was haunted. I could make fog start to appear inside the room they're in. And then if you slam the door open, that might freak them out.
If it's any help to any of the decision making, I can say pretty definitively when you saw them, when you were the one up close, saw like looking through the window and sort of watching them and listening, like they're just like common folk, like they got like farming implements and wood carvers or woodsman axes and stuff like that. They're not bandits for sure.
Okay. And okay, I'll in which case I'll sort of in that, but I don't think they're a threat. Honestly, I don't think we need to attack. Like, just flush them out, and we can sneak in and do whatever we want.
I mean, it's up to you
I'm not
guys.
sure what to suggest.
I'm up for it.
Do you guys want to spook them away? Is the question.
Yeah.
What about? I mean, I don't know. I'm considering.
They'll need to not see us. SARS will sort of. It was it sort of round this side that the sort of underground the sort of broken down entrance was?
Yeah.
The cellar entrance thing.
Yeah. That is correct.
So yeah, what I'd suggest over here in whispers, and then suggest over here in whispers after crawling under there, is that we can do that to spook them out, but make sure we're not seen, and then we can concern ourselves less with being hidden underground.
Do we all know how many are in there? There's 2, 3, 2. We saw that we saw through the window.
Definitely
Saw
saw.
had a better look, so
You definitely saw 3, but you could pretty definitively say those 3 were
Right.
talking to one or more that you couldn't see.
Okay.
But
I think
mean,
I think I'm ready to open the door and enter and just deal with things, but I'm not going to without, getting everybody's feedback on doing that.
Yeah. Saw's saying they look like peasants.
Mhm.
Then
So
They're
ask
not a
questions
concern
first,
to
then
us.
shoot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go in like authority, nobody move. You know what I mean?
Okay, I could get behind that. Which would it be? Like local authority or like higher, like the sort of people that would have hired them authority?
Wheelbarrow inspectors. I guess, I mean, we can just represent ourselves as the company that we work for, really. Because, I mean, that's our authority, legitimately, yeah, anyway, so...
Yeah.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, and they've just got my interpretation is they've got themselves in over their heads right now.
Yep.
Right.
Let's do it.
And they still haven't
Do we-
noticed your presence, by the way.
Yeah.
Do we want to, like, all get in position for a breach?
Yeah, like sort of
Like through the window, through the door.
like a curses. What's the thing that streamers sometimes get? The raids.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like going with that sort of mindset.
SWAT the derelict farmhouse.
SWAT, that's it. Yes.
Oh my god. I'm putting up where along the right side where another window would be if you guys wanted to try and do that. One like what somebody through the door and somebody through each window kind of thing. You guys want to do that? And
Yep.
then try to
Yeah, that sounds
communicate
great.
calmly without murder.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll pay for the windows, but hit the floor.
Fantastic. All right. If I can have each of you choose if you're going to be going through a window or you're going to be going through the door.
I'm gonna.
I think-
because of my position.
Fair.
I'd be keen to go through a door, but if the other two can sort of not, it doesn't even necessarily need to be through the window, but just at the window at the ready.
That's menacing. Somebody kicks down the door and there's just somebody else out there at the window just like
We got you surrounded.
waiting. Lovely.
Check the windows.
No, I want to club a window and go in.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
let's go in hot.
Absolutely.
So, sorry, I actually missed that last part because my computer is draining faster than it's charging.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
Oh no.
Are we just jumping in?
I think so.
Yes, but with the intent to scare them into submission.
yeah, we're not going in blazing. Just loud.
Yeah, that's about right. So, the question is, do you want to go through a window or do you want to go through the door?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
No.
There's a window here. The door is here, and there's another window along the right side.
I think I'm gonna go to this one.
Fair enough. Where do you want to go, Mothership?
I guess that's fine.
And you'll both just like menacingly like peer in through the window, just in case anything goes wrong. Yeah. So, who's kicking down the door, and what do you say?
I guess I would take the initiative, kick down the door, go in and say, you know, with my bow and an arrow drawn as quickly as I could, cover the room because I don't even know who's in there, but you know, and just but be loud and say the name. I forget the name of the people we work for.
Iron Coffer.
Iron Coffer. Iron Coffer. Police, everybody down. Or,
Right.
you know,
And I'll be saying, don't anyone do anything stupid now.
nobody.
Yeah. So how we're gonna do this is you're gonna kick down the door, and you're gonna step inside and roll me a intimidation check. Yeah.
Somebody else should have done that.
That's well.
I'm gonna try my hardest. 14. I mustered it. It's not too bad.
Purely so you guys
can
see.
assist it though? With that.
So you guys, so the two of you that I just pushed through the wall,
Oh,
you're not
I'll-
actually inside. You're just like able to see. Okay.
Actually, can I apply the inspiration for this to do an advantage on that and just re-roll it?
I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
Okay, so what was it again? Intimidation. Yeah. So I just,
There it
dig
is.
Much
deep,
better.
and I go in there flexing.
Yes. Whereas for me, my voice cracked, but I was saying, no one do anything stupid now.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you kick down the door, you go, nobody do anything stupid. Will the Iron Coffer, what?
Authority.
Do you guys tell them to leave? Do you, what?
I tell them
precisely?
to nobody move. Everybody freeze.
All right, so you've got 6 of these commoners that are just like standing there, like gripping whatever weapons they have, but they're like not moving and just looking right at you. Yeah.
All right, drop your weapons. First person who moves dies.
Nobody drops their weapons. They're all just like paralyzed. Considering
Just
the
kinda
sentence.
Yeah. Just kind of slowly move in, I suppose. If no, I mean, we haven't rolled for initiative, so I'm just going to continue to basically, edge into the room and I don't know. What should I say next? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I'll be
if
sort
it
of
helps-
sidestep with him.
yeah.
If it helps,
and
these 3 to the
at that
side. They do say they like let go of their weapons and like okay we don't even want it. We just found it. Well, we could leave. Like we don't have to do anything. And these other 3 up to
and
they kind of
I'll say we're here on an official investigation.
Yeah.
Were you involved with the kidnapping as well?
No, we don't know anything about any kidnapping. All of you hear the floor start to creak.
Above or below?
I look at Sar. Is
The
that
floor
you?
you're standing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the floor you're standing on. You hear it start to creak. These 3 down here are like, "Look, we'll just leave, okay? We don't have anything to do with any of this. We just found the money. That's it. That's all we know."
Can I do a quick perception check to see if this floor is going to give way under 25,000 gold?
Yeah. You
And can I roll an insight on what they were just saying?
insight? Yes. And give me.
Nice.
Oh yeah, these 3 100% honest. Also, you see the floor underneath the wheelbarrow and the lockbox is starting to crack. Almost like there's 10 people in the room and a couple 100 pounds of gold.
Yeah, I look around and I'm not sure which one's the strongest of us. I'm not.
I
Maybe we
don't
should
think any
get
of
that
us
outta
are
here.
drastically strong.
I definitely think at this point it's a little bit too late for that, as the floor like fractures and gives way beneath the weight, and the 3 of them, along with the wheelbarrow, fall as the floor collapses beneath them.
So we're going in the cellar anyway.
Yeah.
The three of these guys at this point, like, they turn to just like jump out the window, and they see the 2 of you, and now they're like, there's a hole next to them, and then there's these 2 guys threatening them, and then there's the 2 of you standing menacingly in the window. They're just like unsure what to do, and now they're just at this point standing there, like waiting. Also, you guys hear screaming from below.
From those 3 that fell?
Yeah.
Or
Presumably,
might
yeah.
it be different?
like
Presumably
painful.
from the 3 that fell, yeah.
Yeah.
Screams of pain and possibly terror. You know,
So
uncertain.
might I imagine that there's now a sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of like
there's a hole there,
shaggly hole like that?
yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Okay,
Just
I'm
the-
gonna go ahead and
As a point of clarification, the whole floor is like cracked, like all the way to you guys, but it's just not that bad.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to come in and tell the ones that are left to get out.
We should
Oh.
detain them.
What?
We should detain them if they're involved in this.
They're not.
At least one of them.
We can discuss with the ones that fell.
All right. That makes sense.
So, Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Go.
the three of them will leave. All right. So if you guys want to worry about getting downstairs, then so there's another door here that could theoretically lead downstairs, or you guys could go around, or you could jump in the hole. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, from here. What I want to do is actually discuss it with the party. So, yeah, you turn into a bee and whatnot. Sometimes I can't do bees and things. They're sort of the whole flying thing. I just can't get the hang of that at all. But like, I think the weight of a spider wouldn't be too bad here. If I wanted to check out what's going down in that hole, but what do you all reckon? Because I'd only be one person down there. Potentially, if you're able to do the same sort of thing again, but
I would legitimately have no fear investigating any of this with the athletics and everything else, that's in this character. So
You want to climb down? Yeah.
in character, I'm not really hesitating to at least go up to the edge and look down. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty dark. It looks like it's at least like 15 feet down.
upon them going up to the edge, my character would have sort of stepped like sort of to the edge of the door.
Yeah, I want to go see where the door goes first.
Oh, I mean the stable door.
There's an easier way down.
Right,
I
right.
want to take it if we can. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're gonna have to get it back up.
Yeah, that door goes down.
Okay. Because we're gonna have to get that stuff back up.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to? I tell her you want to go down that way, and where's everybody else going?
Stairs are very handy. I will utilize those. Assuming
down
that I
the
see
stairs?
what, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'll just follow.
Oop, wrong person.
Okay.
Anybody else going down the stairs?
Is that a table right next to the door?
What? North, south? Oh, down here? Yeah, there's like a table just like on
I didn't
its
see
side.
it at first. Yeah.
All right, let me. Helena and Sar, what path are you taking?
Would I get hurt if I just jumped down? I feel like she would really want to jump down in there.
You'd have to make a roll.
Oh, what should I do?
I mean, I would say like at a glance, you would. I mean, it's hard to say. You can give me an intelligence check to see if you feel like you would make it without hurting yourself, and then that'll decide what you think. A perception, I think, would also work because, like, if you see that there's, I don't know, spikes down there, you're not going to do it. You know. Yeah, you're pretty sure you'd be fine.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you give me what are we thinking? Athletics, acrobatics. Let's do acrobatics. This is probably a black room for everyone. Leave it at that for the moment.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you did not land very well.
Oh no.
Give me a dexterity save. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, so you're going to take a little bit of damage as I shuffle everyone around. Whoops. You will take half of this. Oh, Jesus. You're taking, like, no damage today.
So what would I do? 2?
You'll take 1.
1?
Yeah. So, I wasn't exactly sure who would be next to it when it collapsed, so I didn't put anybody down here.
So I like scraped my knee or something.
Next time, yell Leroy Jenkins first.
It probably gives you advantage.
So what we're going to have following that, because not wanting to just have a solo person of the party, Sar will actually initially say, asking the other two, you both going that way?
Yeah, we're going downstairs.
We'll follow up by, yes, it would be that one that's appropriate, right?
Yeah, I
Ability
think so.
check, yeah.
If you want to try and
Cast
acrobatics
that
your way down.
on himself. And say,
Bunzai!
okay, I'll catch up with them. And yeah, try to catch up with them.
Yeah, give
You're
me an
gonna leave-
acrobatics check with a d4.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I'm not proficient by any means with acrobatics, but I mean, I'm not dreadful.
then we'll get to describing the
So
situation at
there's
hand down here.
that plus 1d4. Trying to remember the commands. I think it's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
18.
you managed to make your way down without hurting yourself too bad, or at all really. So you are now next to Helena. And I'm just gonna say, as the other two of you come down the stairs, can I get all of you to give me a roll initiative, please? As you see giant spiders, including the ones that seem to have attacked. Excuse me, the guys who fell and were severely injured and possibly dead. They could have easily died in the fall. Who knows? That's on me. I didn't have it open yet, so it wasn't putting Corwin in there. You should be in there now, though. But yeah, that's the commoner's dead. The three that fell, anyway.
Oh gosh.
Wow, and that's 15 feet?
Well, yeah, they didn't die from the fall. Well, not necessarily. They died from the spider that was attacking them.
Gotcha.
Okay. I have no token to click.
Yeah, you do.
You're over right next to me.
It's a black screen, I imagine.
No?
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
just not on it.
That's you right there.
I'm understanding something here.
That's you right there. Literally right there.
Okay. I just couldn't find me.
There is light from above, so I'm just going to go ahead and light this place up.
There we go.
There you go.
Any better than last one?
Sight for everyone!
Huzzah.
Heck yeah. So, is everybody rolled?
Yep.
I believe so, yes.
Alright. Corwin, you are first. As a heads up, Helena, you are prone. You're on your butt. What you doing, Corwin? You see giant spider very close to you guys.
I'm thinking.
That's the worst
Yeah,
part about going first.
Right. There's a minimum is there a minimum distance on a longbow?
They gotta be more than 5 feet away from you. As long as they're
Well, that's
not
like-
immediately next to you, you're fine.
Okay, so that's, yeah. Heck, yeah, I mean, just rationally, I would start to kill this spider right next to me, so I'm just gonna try to shoot it with the longbow.
Open fire!
7. Man, I am not shooting well today.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Alright, then I'm gonna engage the Drake and just, he's gonna just advance and attack. Gonna chomp at him. Nice.
That'll
Drake's
hit.
doing good today.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think the Drakes rolled 2 crits as well. In the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Roughly. Yes. So if that's it for you.
I think so, yeah.
So for Helena, because I'm sure you'll ask, to get up from being prone, from being on your butt, it's half your movement. So what do you want to do? It is your turn.
I think I'm just gonna back up a little bit and then use my short bow.
Fair. I'm assuming you're hitting the closest one to you?
Yeah, the one on the left.
Yeah, that'll hit. Ooh, 9's pretty dang good, actually.
Ignore that.
Yeah. Alright, I believe that's it for you, so Sar is next.
Yeah, ignore that. I just accidentally click.
Bless you.
But yeah, what I'm going to do. Hold on, let me just read the details of the spell before I do so. Yes, I'm going to right here in this spot, under the cast moonbeam. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Just had to.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the. Yeah, it's clicked the wrong button.
Oh, look at that! It did affect us when the camera went off. Oh, I was mistaken. Oh well. Well,
have
deal
things
for the
shuffled.
time being. Creature enters this for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. It is engulfed in ghostly flames. It causes searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so that'll trigger on its turn.
Yes. And
enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn. This is a turn it entered because you cast it. So now it is included. Con save.
Okay, yeah. Those sort of nuances I'm never sure about.
19.
That's a nice save.
Yeah, I'm fixing the auto roll nonsense though. But yeah, 19. That's not right.
And okay, so yeah. I think actually what I'll do is I'll actually step up onto the mound of rubble there.
the broken wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Damaged lockbox. Like you can actually see the money inside it now.
Yeah. I will defend the loot.
Today you're the goblin. You're the loot goblin. Right. Well, now you've put yourself in a position to be seen by this other one. So it's going to spit some web at you.
Oh, of
and
course.
miss horribly. And then skitter forward. And it's now standing on the bodies here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Itella.
Well, I am going to do this at this one.
Oh, both B missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird, Corwin. As he just like casts a spell and conjures like 2 bees and shoots them at this guy. They fly over and sting this guy, and then they just disappear.
Okay, so that's each bee deals 1d4 to acid damage.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll 2d4
Yeah.
because they're on the same guy.
Yep.
And then you can still move if you want.
Oh, come on. Work? Did I do it wrong again? There we go.
No, you got it. 5 acid damage.
Okay.
Once.
I don't want to keep fast.
And it has disadvantage on attacks, concentration checks, and dexterity saves
Yep.
until the
Nice.
end of its next turn.
I'm assuming it's going to come over to us, so I'm just going to stay put.
Sure, I suppose.
Okay. Next.
Alright, I think this one is going straight for Helena because you shot it. Chomp! 17. 17 hit you?
Oh, that's the. I was thinking that was the damage. My armor class is 14.
Yeah, that'll hit. 6 piercing, and you need to make a Constitution save, or you will take the poison damage, or half on a success.
Nice.
Yeah, so you'll take 6 piercing and 3 poison instead. And there you go. That's its turn. Now there's this guy. Well, I think of the 3 of you over here, technically the Drake has done the most damage, so it's going to bite the Drake.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Oh,
Yeah, I
pretty sure that hits, right?
think that'll do
Yeah,
it.
16.
Yeah, 6 piercing and a con save from the Drake.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that twice. I just double tapped it by accident, so 7.
That's a failure. So you're going to take 6 piercing, 6 poison. There you go. Next up is Corwin, if you would like to retaliate to that fact.
Yes, but are you like I can't control the Drake's hit points?
You
so-
should be able to. You just click on it, on the token.
Yeah, I'm not. I can do it for me, but not the Drake. Okay, there it goes. So, how much? That was 12?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was 12.
Okay.
Hefty hit that would have hurt any of you. Like, bad.
He's done great so far, though, so that's all good.
That's true.
Bear with me for 1 second. I want to consider something. You know what? Under this condition, I'm still just going to attack it back. So I'm just going to shoot again. Longbow, arrow, roll. Finally, I'm hitting something. I'm assuming.
Nice. That'll hit.
Or
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of want to ask, can the Drake, do the reaction to add to that damage, then attack when I use my bonus to make him attack after me?
Yeah, so the way that works, by my understanding, is its turn is after you. So, yes, you could absolutely do that.
Okay, so I'm going to add 1d6 to that damage.
Heck yeah.
6.
Nice.
Little shock.
Just a little zap.
Yeah. Okay, and then the Drake gets to go. I don't think he's gonna move at all, so he's just gonna stay right there, and he's gonna give a chunk, which probably doesn't hit.
No, that's not gonna do.
Spider's too quick. Okay, I think that's me. Yeah, I'm not gonna move. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there.
All right, Helena, it is right on top of you now.
Am I able to run back and then shoot him with the short bow?
I believe you have, because you're a rogue, you can disengage as a bonus action, which will move you 5 feet, and then you can move your movement, which I think is 30 feet, and then shoot if you wanted to. Oh, pause here for a second. We forgot to do the Constitution save before it left your moonbeam, Sar. So.
Oh, yes.
Let's do that real quick. 15?
15, that's the save, I think. Just scrolling up. Yeah, it's 13.
Alrighty. And it's not save for half?
It is...
Well, he checks that. Helena, Sar is within 5 feet of it, so if you want to check mark your
or
sneak
half
attack.
on a successful. Actually, yeah, so, yeah, it was half of the initial 7, and then half of another roll just now.
Okay, do it.
Where's the damn thing gone? And Moonbeam Keller. There you go. And so half of 7, it's rounded down, right? So 3,
Yeah, I
and
got
then
it,
half
I
of
got
10,
it.
so 5. So yeah,
Yeah,
8.
I got it. You're good. All right, so go ahead, Helena. You want to do your attack?
Yeah. And this one would be sneak attack?
Yeah, because Sar is within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
That'll finish it off. Just thunk
Nice.
Excellent.
in the midst of many eyes. Alrighty, next up is Sar. There's one right next to you.
Yes, indeed, there is. I do not love that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Con save. Is that correct? 12, I believe, is a failure.
It is.
And
So
all
it
this-
is knocked back 10 feet. Takes 8 thunder damage. I've made a right mess of the center.
The bodies went flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just knocking it all about.
Yeah.
And it's 10 feet straight back from you, so I think that's there.
Yeah. There was big boom.
Those guys running away are like, oh my god, what are they doing back there?
Oh, and funnily, it's not even technically prone by the description.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're so used to your
It's just
thunderstones.
unusual for that sort of spell. Yeah. And
Forgive
then,
me, I'm checking the thing real quick. 3. Okay, continue.
and then I'm going to move to this point.
Fair enough. I
Yeah.
understand entirely.
Yes.
Alright, it's its turn. Let's roll. It does not get its web back. It doesn't know any better, but it's about to.
Yeah.
Con save.
That is a
Hey,
fail.
that's full damage. Not bad.
A crit and a crit and a crit 1.
Fantastic. He's gonna bite you. 13. Is that gonna do?
That's a miss.
Alrighty. Itella, it's your go.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Fair enough.
I was thinking of doing something. I'm checking to see if it has damage. Okay. Look at the now. What's this one? How is the one we're at looking? Oh, sorry. How is this one looking?
Well, you
This
know,
one.
not yes, somewhere in the middle,
Somewhere in the middle. Okay.
give or take.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You know, try to be vague.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do this. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. I was trying to read it. I think I want to do that one.
I do that constantly.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm going to do that one.
You would have to move to do that, because right now
How?
the only thing next to you is Corwin. So you'd be slashing Corwin with lightning, and I don't know that you want to do that.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
maybe
All right.
you do. Do you want to slash Corwin with lightning?
No, not at all. He has
But you
just-
could move up,
He
absolutely.
has not hurt any animals yet.
Except for the spider. The murder
Well, they
spider.
don't count. But it's in front of it. Oh, I don't want to go that close. And I don't want to hurt the Drake either. So I think I would go more like here. Right?
I'm double checking. Creatures in spaces adjacent to you on the chosen side, so you have to be right next to it. And spaces immediately behind those creatures must make a dexterity save or take 2d10 lightning damage. So you have to be right here, and then you can do it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Dex save.
Dex save it is.
Ugh.
Which is 14 for me. Is that right?
Dexterity save or take 2d10 lightning damage. It succeeded on the save, I'm afraid.
Darn it.
Oh, and it's an ore. Ah.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything else I can do because that was a movement and a spell.
Yeah. I mean, unless, I don't know, is wild shape a bonus action or action?
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I don't know. You use your action, so you'd have to use your action. You couldn't. But hey, now you're next to it. You moved up to it. You tried a thing. The thing failed. We'll see what happens next.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, it's go. It's got disadvantage from the beam missiles you shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. No, because it goes after you, so it had disadvantage last time.
Wow.
Or it was supposed to. Maybe I forgot. Sorry. We're a bit out of it now.
I think it still missed or something, didn't it?
It might have.
I volunteer him to miss.
Oh, he's hitting the Drake again.
Oh.
The Drake's doing too much damage. The Drake did half his health, so.
Yeah.
So
That
con
kills.
save for the Drake.
Oh.
So maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
No, he gone.
That's gonna drop the Drake. We'll see it again tomorrow.
I think it like fizzles out or something, right? I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
it's like
it sort of
but-
like fades away, like it teleports away. Visually
Fine.
speaking, it's just like
Whimper.
bzz, and it's gone. So I'm just gonna
BRB.
put that out there. Yeah, there you go. Just so we don't lose the token until we get a different one. Alrighty.
He did great.
It's go. It's now your turn, Corwin.
All right, I gotta get some magic going. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hail of Thorns
Mm-hmm.
I
with
think
my
that's a
bonus action.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. so I'll throw it in there just so everybody can see it. And then I'm gonna, let me think about this. I'm just gonna move over here a little bit so that I'm more kind of between everybody. We're dealing with the next guy, and then I'm gonna shoot the same guy I've been shooting. With the longbow. Come on. Give me a hit.
Nah, that's gonna be a miss. Sadness.
Okay. Well, I'm concentrating, keeping the Hail of Thorns going. And I guess that's me.
Yeah, looks like it. All right, we're over to Helena then. Zoop.
I think I'm just gonna go for the one next to bar.
Yeah, fair enough. Which does mean you still have your sneak attack if you hit.
Oh, of course.
Ah, that'll hit. Roll your damage. That'll finish him off. Rogue, do the rogue thing. All right. Sorry, it's your go. Unless you wanted to move, Helena. Are you good? I mean, you're pretty opportune place right now, so maybe you just want to stay. Fair enough. All right. Sorry.
Okay. So, with that issue gone, I've no need to drop it, so I'm just going to keep the moonbeam concentration going. And yeah, let's. Oh. Yeah, let's. Is that definitely? I'm thinking let's. Hold on. I didn't quite kick out. I cast Fairy Fire, then I cast Thunder Wave. I cast one Guiding Bolt. Ooh, actually, I'm not sure if that's necessarily a super wise thing to do. That's touch. So actually, yeah, what I'm going to do is dash over in this direction to help out.
Fair enough. We are over to Itella then. What you wanna do, Itella?
What do I want to do? How's he looking now, by the way? Like a spider. You know.
You're not gonna like my answer. He hasn't been hit since the last time you asked.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Okay. Well, then there's, probably only one option for this.
I will give you the reminder that your shillelagh is a bonus action, not an action, which I did not realize.
Oh.
So that
Okay.
could be useful.
Does it take a whole action for the shape change?
Yeah, that is an action.
I'm still gonna do it.
What you gonna be?
Grove beetle.
Oh, it's beetle time. All right, here.
Beetle time.
Do you want to move at all, or do you want to be exactly where you are?
Exactly where I am. But
Beetle time.
To go anywhere, right? I mean, not go anywhere.
You
Do
have a
anything else.
movement action, and I think the Grove Beetle itself has a bonus action you could do, but I'm not positive.
No.
Pop it open. So the Grove Beetle is effectively a giant pill bug. No bonus action, just action.
Yeah.
You could get into a more advantageous position if you wanted to do the action in question next time, which would be like
so
right here.
Right, just roll backwards.
Well, you ain't rolling yet. But no, you'd want to go to next to the wall is what I mean, if that's what you decided you wanted to do. That's a hole. You'd want to go next to the wall. Don't go next to the hole!
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
precisely.
Right.
Oh, that's
Big
a
ol'
hole in the bottom right.
Pill bug. Yeah. That's the. Do you guys remember the earlier description of the collapsed door to the cellar that you guys saw from outside?
Yeah.
That's what that is. So if you'd come down, you'd have been right next to that spider.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know, probably best not to. Well, I do think it's gonna. I think it's gonna attack the pill bug. It doesn't know any better. Excuse me, the grove beetle. Oh, that was my desktop. Sorry, everyone. Bite. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it. An 11's not gonna do it.
No, it is not.
Corwin.
I ran into a realization that if I now shoot and hit this spider, I'll actually be also doing damage to Itella. So
You think
I
so?
think I'm,
No.
yeah, by the way that reads.
Oh, because of Hail of Thorns.
Yeah, Hail of Thorns. If it hits, every creature within 5 feet of the target also has to do a dexterity and take half damage if you make it. So it's guaranteed damage to Itella if I hit it.
So you'd have to drop that if you didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
That
I'm
sucks.
just letting that go, so I'm not going to be concentrating on that anymore.
I didn't register that either, but you are correct.
I could feasibly use a first spell slot to bring my Drake back, actually, now that I think about it.
I mean, if you wanted, you can do that.
Um,
That comes back at full health then, yeah?
yeah. Yeah. That doesn't carry over to other people, so it's not like fairy fire. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and use another slot to summon the Drake back.
I'll heal him.
And
Then he just gets his
That-
turn, as far as I understand.
yeah, that would be an action, and then my bonus action, once he's summoned, would be able to tell him to go attack. So I'd go attack.
Get him.
And he's gonna bite. Give him a chomp chomp. And
That'll
15.
hit. That'll
All right.
hit.
6.
Nice. Heck yeah. Alright, I believe that's it for you, so it's over to Helena.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my same thing.
Yeah, you still got sneak attack. Now you got 2 allies. Not that that is any additional benefit. Ah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Ooh, that'll still be enough. Ah, you took down all 3 giant spiders. Bam.
And besides the Drake and Helena, nobody took any damage.
True.
Which is impressive, because I thought Sar was going to take some damage in there.
Yeah, like, standing up in the center with 2 either side.
I think I just start applauding, Like,
I mean, realistically, the Drake taking all that damage was just damage none of you guys took, so it's good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
right. But also, I'm sitting here thinking, I took the stairs, and this guy just jumps down, starts casting moonbeams. I feel like I got to step it up next time.
Yeah, really.
And also, my character's going to sprint over to. Yes, there's the bodies that were flung about there, but checking
They're not
on the cash.
important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like much, if any, of the money is gone. You'd have to sit here and count it to be sure, but it doesn't look at first glance like anything's gone. It looks like it wasn't even like really opened, right? Like it fractured when it fell. But it's the wood fractured against the metal bindings holding it closed, so it's not like spilling money everywhere. Although if you shook it enough, it probably would. How you guys want to transport like 250, 300 pounds of gold is totally up to you, though. It isn't currently a broken, or breaking, I guess is the technical term, chest, lockbox, if you will.
How's the wheelbarrow is what it's still in, and that's probably wrecked, right?
I mean, the wheel is totally smashed.
Right. What about
Unless somebody
mending?
Can fix it. Yeah, if anybody's got mending, for example.
I genuinely thought about it, but didn't go for it. But if we can get it up top, I think, like, we're a few like about 3 hours away from the town.
If it's any consolation, both druids can technically turn into a horse.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Something that I'll just say it now. From time to time, the need has arisen that I've turned into a mule for aiding with transportation.
Can we somehow rig up like a sled or fix the wheel or something just to,
I'm
get it so
sure
that it's
you guys could cobble something together with all this scrap wood in here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that much gold would a horse couldn't carry that on its back.
No.
I mean, not like in the same place.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
duffel bags or something.
just the wheel of the whatchamacallit, the wheel of the wheelbarrow is already broken. Just break it fully off so it's just a sort of container.
So it's a sled.
And that can be. I'll bite the bullet and just sort of drag that as a worker mule.
Are you still beetle mode? Just like over here rolling about.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
fair. Oh, if you want to roll, you can roll. It's allowed. Here, we'll pick the appropriate side of the token.
So cool.
Love it.
Fantastic. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to help with pulling. However, not in that state.
Not in that shape, no.
Is there any way? I mean, we need to fix it up more though, because if we're just going to be dragging this thing, eventually the seams are going to give and gold's going to go everywhere.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's what the Scott was saying was use the wheelbarrow as a sled, because the wheelbarrow's not as broken as the. It's just the wheel that's gone from the wheelbarrow, you know.
Okay. I mean, it's just okay. I would say, can we find some rope to cinch it up or something like that? But if it's like,
I've got
if
rope.
you know it's good. Yeah,
like,
I have some.
from
too.
the backpack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just to reinforce it. That's totally
Yeah,
viable.
just to hedge
I
your
can do that.
bets. That's the thinking.
Totally. Okay.
Everyone cracks out their venturers packs.
What, we need rope?
Yeah.
Fantastic. From here, how this guy works, I think how we're going to fade out is you guys montaging, putting together a sled and like cinching this rope around this lockbox to tighten it up and make sure it doesn't, explode money everywhere, and probably covering it with a blanket so it's not obvious.
Yeah.
And then I imagine we end with like you turning into a mule as this gets hitched to the back of you, and it's the group of you and Mule Sar just like walking down the street with Aya tagging along with you guys, and that is where we fade out for session 1.
Nice.
All
So
right.
there you go. That is what we call a perfect success.
Huzzah!
Nobody died.
We're not quite dead yet.
Nobody died
Yeah.
so far. Good
Things
job,
went well.
all around. Yeah,
Definitely.
it was a good time.
Absolutely.
Definitely excited for what happens next time. But let's see, where do we want to drop a raid, guys? Well, we could say hi to Dino. I've never done that before. Let's do that. Yeah, so hoping to be back about the same time next week. So we hope to see all of you there. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic, day. I can't say evening. We're not there yet, technically. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic
That's where
day.
you are.
And, as always, great gaming.
Have a good everyone.
Yeah.
Cheers.